Ever feel like you're constantly jumping from one thing to the next but never really making progress? You're not alone. In today's fast-paced world, staying focused is harder than ever. Today's book, Master Your Focus, by Thibaut Meurisse, is a must-read for anyone looking to improve their concentration and get more done. In this book, Meurisse shows us how to regain control over our attention, eliminate distractions, and focus on what matters until the job is done. If you've ever felt overwhelmed or easily distracted, keep watching because this book is about to transform how you approach work and life. Welcome to Quick Reads Club, where we break down the best books to help you grow, learn, and achieve more in life. You've come to the right place if you're all about self-improvement. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to stay updated on the latest book summaries. Now, let's dive into today's book. Imagine working for hours but feeling like you've accomplished nothing by the end of the day. Frustrating, right? In Chapter 1, Meurisse breaks down why focus is the foundation of success. He argues that in a world full of endless distractions, mastering your focus is the ultimate superpower. When you're scattered trying to do 100 things at once, nothing gets done well. But when you focus on a few critical tasks, the results are not only better but faster. Think of your attention like a laser beam. If it's spread out too thin, it's weak. But when you narrow it down to one point, it becomes powerful enough to make a real impact. Meurisse sets the tone by saying that without focus, it's nearly impossible to achieve anything meaningful. And once you understand that, everything changes. Ever wonder why it's so hard to stay focused in today's digital world? It's not just you. Your brain is fighting against you. In Chapter 2, Meurisse dives into the science behind focus. He explains how our brains work when it comes to attention and why multitasking is a productivity myth. We live in an era where notifications, emails, and social media constantly compete for our attention, and it's easy to fall into the trap of doing many things poorly instead of doing one thing really well. Our brains simply aren't designed to switch between tasks frequently, and when we do, we end up draining our mental energy without getting much done. The good news is, by understanding how your brain works, you can train it to focus better. Meurisse gives us some scientific insights into attention span and how you can improve it with practice and discipline. Chapter 3. How to identify your priorities. Here's the question. How do you know what truly deserves your focus when everything feels urgent? Meurisse helps us cut through the noise by showing how to identify our top priorities. He points out that most of us waste too much time on low-impact tasks, things that don't bring us closer to our goals but keep us busy. The key to mastering focus is figuring out which tasks will have the most significant impact on your life and career, and focusing all your energy on those. He introduces the idea of the 80-20 rule, where 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. Your job is to find that 20%, those critical tasks, and eliminate or delegate the rest. Once you get clear on what's important, you can let go of everything else that's dragging you down. It's like clearing away the clutter in your mind so you can focus on what matters. Can you truly focus in a chaotic, noisy environment? Chances are it's much harder than you think. In Chapter 4, Meurisse emphasizes the importance of creating a workspace that encourages focus. He walks us through practical tips on how to declutter your environment, both physically and digitally. Whether it's turning off phone notifications, organizing your desk, or using apps that block distractions, your environment plays a crucial role in your ability to concentrate. Meurisse argues that willpower alone isn't enough to maintain focus. You need to set yourself up for success by designing a workspace that minimizes distractions. For example, you could create a focus zone where you only go to work on high-priority tasks or use time-blocking techniques to ensure you're fully engaged during deep work sessions. A distraction-free environment equals a distraction-free mind. What if you could achieve more in a few hours than most people do in an entire day? Sounds impossible, right? It's not. Chapter 5 introduces the concept of deep work, popularized by Cal Newport. Meurisse builds on this idea, showing us that deep, uninterrupted work is the secret to extraordinary productivity. The key here is to dedicate chunks of your day to focusing solely on one task, with zero distractions. Deep work means blocking out time where you completely immerse yourself in a task. No emails, no notifications, just pure focus. Meurisse suggests creating a routine around these deep work sessions, where you prioritize your most important tasks and schedule them for the times of day when you're most alert. He emphasizes that this level of focus leads to higher quality work and faster completion times. What if focus wasn't just a skill, but a habit you could build? In Chapter 6, Meurisse talks about how we can create habits that improve focus over time. He offers practical advice on incorporating daily practices that enhance mental clarity and concentration. For instance, meditation is a powerful tool for training your brain to focus, while exercise keeps your energy levels up throughout the day. He also suggests taking regular breaks to prevent burnout, using the Pomodoro technique or similar methods to maintain consistent levels of focus. By building these habits into your routine, you make focus a natural part of your day instead of something you constantly have to force. Chapter 7. Overcoming Procrastination. Do you ever find yourself putting off tasks until the very last minute, even when you know they're important? In this chapter, Meurisse addresses the all-too-common problem of procrastination. He explains that procrastination is often a result of fear or feeling overwhelmed, but with the right mindset, you can overcome it. One of his main strategies is to break tasks down into smaller, more manageable pieces, which reduces the overwhelm and makes it easier to start. He also recommends creating a sense of urgency by setting shorter deadlines or using accountability methods, like sharing your goals with someone else. The key is to take action, even if it's small, because once you start, momentum builds, and before you know it, you're well on your way to completing the task. Did you know that your ability to focus isn't just about mental effort? It's about managing your energy? In Chapter 8, Meurisse dives into the relationship between focus and energy levels. It's not enough to simply want to focus. You need the energy to do it. He emphasizes the importance of sleep, nutrition, and physical activity in maintaining high energy levels throughout the day. Meurisse suggests optimizing your diet, incorporating movement into your routine, and ensuring you're getting enough rest so that your brain and body can function at their best. When your energy is high, focus comes naturally. But when you're drained, even the smallest task feels like a mountain to climb. Chapter 9. Eliminating Mental Clutter. Ever feel like your mind is so full that you can't think straight? That's mental clutter, and it's one of focus's biggest enemies. This chapter focuses on clearing out the mental clutter that keeps us from focusing on what matters. Meurisse encourages practices like journaling to get your thoughts out of your head and onto paper, freeing up mental space. He also discusses mindfulness techniques to help you stay present and focused on the task at hand. By reducing the noise in your mind, you create room for clarity and concentration. It's about simplifying your mental space just like you would declutter a messy room. Chapter 10. Consistency is key. Anyone can focus for a short time, but can you stay consistent? That's where the real magic happens. In the final chapter, Meurisse emphasizes the importance of consistency. Mastering focus isn't something you do once and forget about. It's a lifelong practice. He encourages readers to apply the principles they've learned throughout the book regularly, making focus a habit rather than a chore. The key takeaway here is that small, consistent actions lead to long-term results. By consistently practicing deep work, building focus-enhancing habits, and maintaining a distraction-free environment, you'll see dramatic improvements in your ability to focus and ultimately in your results. If this summary gave you some insight on how to regain your focus, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who could use a little help in this area too. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the bell for more helpful book summaries right here on Quick Reads Club. Until next time, stay focused, stay productive, and keep growing.